Now, in this video, I'm going to show you 3 ways on how you can make some extra income to pay down your debts. Instead of you getting another loan, maybe it's best for you to make some extra income. But with these 3 strategies, you do not have to physically work in order to make money. You will only use what you already have to make passive income. Now, if you guys want more videos like this, drop in the comment section how much extra money you would need per month to help you pay off your debts. Now, our first source is Furnish Finder, and here's how that works. Now, this website is called Furnish Finder, and it is the #1 website for traveling nurses to find a midterm rental. Now, what's great about this website, it also helps you if you're trying to list your property so you can know the market and the demand and prices for a midterm rental in your area. Now, a lot of states and even municipalities are cracking down on Airbnbs, but with a midterm rental, you can bypass a lot of those requirements. A great part of these, you can rent at a much higher price than a normal apartment, like 15% to 20% more. So you can see here, a 2-bedroom apartment is going for $2,700 a month. Then you have a 1-bedroom apartment going for $2,975 a month, and a room for rent for $1,400 a month in someone's home. So if you have room in your apartment, extra rooms, you can make a significant amount of money if you could rent out multiple rooms. Now, if you like this kind of information, make sure you subscribe to this channel and give this video a thumbs up. Also, go to my website where you can download this free heart inquiry removal package. And if you need help increasing your credit score, my elite credit system was able to help Sean go from a 612 credit score, where all his credit scores over 770 in a matter of 6 months. And now he's at an 803 credit score. So if you need the help, you can click the link in the description of the video and in the pinned comment section. Let's go to the second option. Now, your second option is Neighbor. Let's check out how this site works.
The way Neighbor works, it's almost like Airbnb, but it is for storage. So you're able to become a host and you can rent out storage in your own home. So even if you have a bedroom for space, a garage, a shed, you can rent out your space and you can make passive income. So they have spaces where you can rent your garage for self-storage. They're looking for car storage, RV storage. So if you have a large driveway, you can do that. And trailer storage, business inventory, and boat storage. So unlike Airbnb, you don't have to have someone coming in and out of your property, but you can leverage this in order to make money. And they also provide you with $1 million worth of coverage and liability insurance for items. So you can become a host. Now, this is in the Austin, Texas area and outlying areas. And you can see that they have lots for rent all the way up to $3,500 a month. This lot here is for rent for, actually it's a driveway that they want $1,700 a month for the rental. Even this lot here, it's 100 by 75 of unpaved, undeveloped space that they want $136 a month for a rental. So you can see that you can get a lot just for undeveloped land for a rental. So this is 100 by 100 unpaved lot. They want $1,400 a month. If you're a person that already have a large driveway, or if you have a garage, or if you already have vacant land yourself, you can put it here on Neighbor. But you can feel free to make passive income even out your own home or your own garage with Neighbor, so you don't have to actively work for this revenue. So you can use what you have to make passive income.
And the last option on my list is Fat Llama. This is how this site works.
Now, with Fat Llama, it allows you to rent out those items that you have in your home that you actually already purchased. So instead of people buying new stuff, they can go out and just rent it because some items people do not need to buy and have for the long term. They can just save their money and they can rent it from other people. So this is that kind of rental platform. So things even like roof racks. So if you're a sport enthusiast or somebody who loves to travel by camping, hunting, and you want to rent a roof rack, you can go to Fat Llama. But if you're a person with one, you can put it on Fat Llama and you can make some additional income by renting it out. But that's not the only items that you could put on here. They even have things like metal detectors, and this might be a hobby for you, but with metal detectors, people will use them for different things. If you bought a new piece of property for surveying, or if people are going to the beach as a fun item, they would like to get metal detectors, so you can rent that out. Another great one if you have a generator. Now, with generators, it's so many uses for them. If people are going camping, if there's an emergency in your area, lights out or a storm, then you can rent out generators. Or if you have your generator, a lot of times people need it on projects that with their power tools for a one-time project, they might need a generator, or someone who do some kind of auto work on the side as a hobby. They might need to borrow a generator so they can just rent it from you on this site if you have a generator. Now, that's not the only type of things and items you can rent on here. If you're a person with different power tools, you can put them on here. And with Fat Llama, you can rent those out instead of having all this stuff that you're not able to use just sitting in your garage or in your home. You can make money with them. Another great one is bouncy house castles. Now, if you have children and you have bought one of these off of Amazon and you had a party, instead of it just sitting in your garage, you can rent this out to other people who are having parties on the weekend. Now, with these bouncy houses, they're renting for a pretty decent rate. And when I looked on Amazon, these bouncy houses can run $175 modestly on up to $300 or better if you have something more complex. But this can be a small business for you, especially if you already have children. You can get used out the bouncy house if you want to purchase it, but then you can turn around on the weekends or even for birthday parties and rent out your bouncy house on Fat Llama. Now, I know this video is about talking about things that you already have, but this can be a small investment for a small business for someone where you can make money off of just bouncy house rentals. And this is not a lot of effort. You can have them to pick this up from your home or storage location if you want and meet them. And then you can just make passive income for exclusively renting out bouncy houses and castles. And some of them even have water features that would be really cool to rent out, or you can have multiple types that people can choose from.
So hopefully this information was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, leave it in the comments section, or more detailed questions for me, you can go to my website. All your questions go directly to my cell phone. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Stay tuned.